Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 32, Beyond the Boundaries, Talks Machina Edition. I saw it was Liam and Sam Riegel, I believe. I flipped over real quick to where it starts this. Oh, I didn't put it up over here. We always go to this thing. I looked really quick, and it looked like Sam Riegel and Liam. I try not to see sometimes, but for some reason, usually it starts around the 4 or 5 minute mark. I couldn't find it. And then I'm like, am I crazy? And then I looked, and it was at 10 minutes and 20 seconds. One of the furthest into the episode for one of these to start, which means they did a lot of talking in the beginning. I'm going to check it out after I do the episode, because then after I also do Alpha Talk, and I'll take a look at what that was in case it was anything intriguing, because that's a lot. But I was already prepared to just jump in and do the video, and I like to start at these windows because they start there for a reason. That is where the questions, the Q&A start. The way we ended the last episode was we made it to the Menagerie Coast. We finally are here. We made it to Nicodranus. I feel like we're going to finally start tying parts of stories together for people that we really haven't known too much about of recent. We're 32 episodes in. Let's find out. We'll talk to the cast. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons edit, what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, dozens of others. These have their hour Patreon exclusive. Check it out. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 32, Talks Machina. I'm excited. I have a beer. I want to see my Talks Machina.
That was good. As always, we
have
crit roll stats for
critical roll stats. Right in with the stats
from our friends at Crit Roll Stats.
I gotta turn this up a little. The last show was way louder.
Explicitly disguised herself 12 times since the campaign started.
Okay.
Successfully.
Nice.
Nice.
More times than you've successfully dressed yourself since this show started.
That's true.
Caleb's currently
look at Sam.
Most cast
Sam like
spells,
already
starting
prepared
with
for the insult,
alarm.
so it wasn't as
Yeah.
What do you think the next one is?
striking.
It is.
Sam's got skinny chicken legs like me.
I
I only pointed
identified-
out
yeah, I was
because
gonna say
people
I
always tease me about how
Identifies
skinny
their
my legs are. I have like a very
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
stocky
fireballs
upper
are
body. I'm very
The party
wide,
has spent
but I have the skinniest little
55
chicken
of
legs.
Their 81 days
Sam
together
Riegel
on the
and me
road.
suffer, but Sam looks
the
like a
road.
skinny dude in general.
55
I look
of 81
unproportionate.
days. Wow. Road weary.
Start talking.
Like Sam looks like Sam. It fits his
That
body
will
type.
be not
I look
cheap.
awkward. I think it's because I never did leg day.
Gustav's
Radiators.
sentence in Trostzenwald lasted 77 days. He averaged about 7 gold, 8 copper per day of work.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty
actually.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gustav.
Making really
That's
good
actually interesting
Probably.
because I said
Yeah,
that's a lot.
that's-
He
yep.
worked off a lot in
For
the
all
amount of
those
time he was there.
characters.
77 days.
Each one has a distinct.
That's
set of seven
pretty
digits.
decent.
Is that about?
Would like hide like swear words in them or abbreviations that meant naughty things.
Hello, Danny. Look at that. The
How
Pet
much
Shop
was that number
Boys.
again? How much gold?
I love it.
7
Pet Shop
gold, 8
Boys. It's
copper per
Liam
day
and
of work.
Sam.
Is that about how much you do?
They seem like
Here?
they are the
No,
greatest of friends.
for the
like,
community service.
Like the kind of
Oh,
friendships
like I
you
know
see
you
in
don't get it,
movies.
but
Yeah.
does that go to the state?
That I think a lot of it goes to the different
And
probation
television.
services, and there's
Also the damage to the damage that you caused.
Radiators
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
that
to-
wasn't
to
good.
some would not say it in the past tense, but yeah. Sam, our first question tonight is for you.
As it should be.
Liam, our first question. No, I'll ask Sam. It's fine. Tabaxi took my girl.
Good name.
I like it.
And
Tabaxi took my girl.
Sam, after almost getting arrested
Tabaxi
over a
took my
prank,
girl. I like
how is
that.
not
That's good.
feeling about pulling more stunts with Jester?
I mean, I think not is
My
always freaked out to
apologies.
do anything, but is starting to loosen up a bit and trust that, at least up until this last episode, trust that her friends could get her out of most scenarios. But now
I never choke.
with
I
that
literally
one-
almost
that one was
laughed and I
cocked,
had like a
so
little smoke still. in
maybe
me.
she'll be a little bit more hesitant in the future, or maybe not just her and Jester. Maybe she'll take somebody, one of the responsible.
What is that a
ones, like
reference
Porter
to?
Caleb along
Tabaxi
with
took
them.
my
you
girl.
have someone that could step in and say it's
Yeah.
going too
Mommy
far.
in my
If you
closet.
will.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of
That
something.
That was touch and go. Jester kind of blew it.
Yeah, you should bring someone.
is
sharp
such a
and level-headed
reference,
in
I
case
feel like,
you need
to
to go to
something.
like a hospital or.
I heard everything they just
Not a
said.
bad idea.
I'm just
I got you, boo.
caught up on the tobacco chick,
Liam,
my girl.
Kawaii
I also love
Spinal
Brian's shirt.
asks, Caleb shares many similarities to the protagonist in the Dark Tower books, a series you and I are very, very fond of.
I am familiar with
Mostly
it.
in
The
that his
Gunslinger.
clear love for his friends does not
I've
override
never
his
seen the
need to
movie
reach
in
his
full.
goal. Is this an intentional
I've seen
inspiration
parts of
or
it.
just coincidence?
It's a coincidence, but I love that question.
Yeah.
I love that.
The Dark Tower ties into a lot of
how
Stephen
many
King
days have
type
they
of
been
lore,
traveling?
right?
What
Is
They've
that
been
what I'm thinking of? The
traveling
Dark Tower? I think that's it.
55 of the 81 days
They had the
that they've known
movie.
each other.
Yeah, I guess
Matthew
they're starting to
McConaughey,
be new
Idris
friends to
Elba.
him. But
I heard it
but the,
wasn't that great, and I
but
remember watching parts of
Kawaii,
it.
Spinel
No.
is kind of on the money. Like Caleb wants to do really specific
I went
things,
somewhere
and he
once
is
and it was
not done
playing
with that.
at someone's house,
But
and I
they're
just randomly
potentially
caught
harmful.
parts of it. It didn't look bad.
And I think that before he started traveling with these people, he thought like, well, the main thing is getting them to trust me and be able to form a working relationship. But maybe a bigger problem now that's kind of been carried out is, does their friendship become a problem? Like, do I want to get close to you if I know that potentially I got to walk away from you at a bad moment, or you know, just like Roland, what they're talking about.
Roland.
I don't know. Oh man, I love those books.
I never read them.
You should go
I know
read the
people
books,
that did.
everybody.
People tell me they're interesting
There's a
because
lot
they
of them,
tie
but
into
they're
like
so good.
it,
I wanna go back and start
Pennywise,
over.
all
There's
sorts
like
of Stephen King
seven?
lore.
There's 7.
Seven, yeah.
The
Well, there's
Stand,
8
I think,
'cause there's a
connects in
prequel
some
book that
ways.
came out, yeah.
There, I
The
actually,
Stand
there's one
and
element
It
of
are two
Caleb
of my
that is-
favorite.
that
I love Stephen
I
King
think I
stuff.
took inspiration from
Some
the
of the
Dark Tower
books I've
that I
dabbled
can't even
in.
really talk about yet.
Some of them are 1,000 pages.
Well, once you
Or
get to that
close
point
to.
with the character, you
Yeah,
must
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it on the show with me,
Yeah.
and we'll nerd out.
Yeah, and I don't know what again. I've
Dark
said this before,
Tower is
don't
what
know
I never got
what
into
the
that.
end result for Caleb is, and I don't know if he like veers off of those things that he wants to do. It doesn't feel like that now, but or if he goes through with it and then it becomes painful. Like if you really start to care for the people you're with, but are willing to sacrifice that for what you're after, that sucks.
That's a moral dilemma.
Yeah, that's a pickle.
Yeah, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch you struggle with that, and it's also fun that you've like stayed on your path and not broken yet. Like I've set you up a couple times where you could have been like, yeah, I love these guys, and you're like, nope. I like it.
Is there a point, though, I wonder,
They're very laid
where
back right now.
he crosses that line?
I feel like this is the calmest I've
To
seen
where
Sam
he
right
says,
now.
yeah,
He's just totally
this
chill.
Is my family.
Yeah.
He seemed like if this was the first time I've ever seen Sam,
Yeah, but
I'd be shocked
most
to
of
know
them
the
are
things he
just
dresses
really
in
shitty
and
people,
sings
so
and
it's
does.
hard to.
He just seems so chill.
And again,
It's like he came from
I think there's
like a
what,
tennis
for
match.
all characters, but
Went for a
especially
jog.
Caleb, there's what
Normal
he's
dude.
got in the
Sam
forefront of
Riegel,
his
normal
mind,
dude.
what he tells himself is the deal, and what's really the deal. So I feel like he's got two narratives, one above the
just wanna make
surface,
sure everything's good.
above the surface, and one under it at all times. And then the one that he presents to them on his actual face with his dumb words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying not knowing where the hell it's going.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But you have some plans, but you enjoy the fact that the story.
Caleb has a
but you
plan
do
and
have
has
some
ideas
plans,
for what
don't
he
you?
could do if he could do it. But what I had plans for Vax too, and the universe didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So
That's D&D.
we'll see, yeah, that's D&D.
Yeah. Sam,
Yes, sir.
Krista Miller asks, why did not give 1,000 gold of her own money to bail out Gustav?
I'm curious.
Was it to honor Molly or because of what Caduceus said about him having other debts to pay outside of jail?
I don't think it had to do with that.
I think it's probably neither of those. It's
I would agree with
mean,
that. Yeah.
not,
I would think that's what I didn't think it
doesn't
had
really
either of
much
them.
care about Gustav.
I think I literally think not just thought it was nice.
it's
Just did it to do it.
but
For the-
also
does
not give a shit about money.
That's what I think
it's
it
a
is.
means to an
Get that
end.
feeling
I
for
think
her.
Nat.
And she values money because it gives a little security. So she wants to have enough money to be secure, that she doesn't need to rob to eat.
Yeah.
And she wants to have enough money to give
Help.
to Caleb whenever he would need it. so she'll never run out completely because she needs to keep a little in reserve for that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not shiny.
I
mean,
literally
it is
think that's
shiny,
all
but
it came down
the
to.
other stuff is way
Not had a
cooler.
lot of
Yeah,
money,
like little buttons and stuff
and
are way
someone
more
needed it.
interesting.
Wow.
So, and just for me as like a player, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to care about money at
Yeah.
all.
I know
this
people in real life
campaign,
like this.
so,
I've said it last time. Who'll
so
have like
it's
$1,000, be
really
like,
nice
"Oh, you need
in Dungeons and Dragons
$1,000?
to,
Here you
like,
go."
not
And then next
care
month they're
about
like,
money.
Yeah.
"I have
It
no
makes
money. I
decisions
can't
way
even eat."
easier.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Why'd
yeah,
you
yeah.
give
More fun,
$1,000
so,
away?" Well, they needed it.
So
Like
it was
what?
less about Gustav and more.
Like I
and more
get
about
so
just
they're just like,
her saying it
they just
seemed
don't
that
care.
this is something that the group wanted to do.
I'll
and
figure it out. I'll
she was
figure it
like,
out.
"Yeah, sure,
My parents
great.
will give me
I got
money.
I got
I'll
1,000
sleep on
spare."
someone's
Yeah.
couch.
No big.
Wow.
They just gave $1,000
Laura
away
is finally
a
getting
week
to a
ago.
point
Like
too.
what?
Like she still has those sort of.
I know a
phantom
lot of
moments
people
where she's
like
I
that.
don't know how much money, but that's fading.
They look at it like
She's no longer the monopoly.
I'm just a
banker.
generous
She was last
person.
time.
Yes, but
Didn't
I
she
also
say
look at it
something,
like
though,
that's
about, like,
dumb in the
Do we need
sense
a
that you're
treasurer
putting
or whatever
yourself
last week or the week before
in a
I
position
don't
where
remember.
you might not
we
eat or
kept- we
sleep.
kept some party
That's, like,
funds.
weird to me.
So far,
Yeah.
we've been distributing everything around the group like pretty evenly as soon as we get it. But these 500 gems, she's holding on to. So that's like our first,
Interesting.
I think, party funds.
Wow.
Which I don't know if I like.
You got to say something then.
Yeah.
It's an emerald. Everybody
Yep.
gets a ruby.
Yeah,
You gotta speak up. You know, find some real manipulative way.
I
to
agree with. Well,
share that you're not.
I
happy with
honestly,
it.
I think there should be a
There you go.
party
That's a
fund.
good idea. For both of you.
But then
click this
again, you
URL
should be
says,
voting
do
on
either of
things.
you regret not asking Gustav more questions about his past
Maybe
with
like
Molly?
Jester said, buy your own diamonds.
A
If you
little
buy
bit.
a diamond,
he
I'll save
mentioned
your
something
life.
About, like,
I kind of
when we
agree
found
with
him
that
2 years ago,
philosophy.
he didn't know who he was and stuff. And I think somebody said like, "Where did you find him?" And then it all got a little hazy, I think. But yeah, it would be nice to know, like, there's a cool backstory there that we never got into with Molly.
I want Caduceus
And
to
is
Is that a
explain
Sam
more.
thing or a not
I
thing?
think it's
I
a
feel like
little of both.
Caduceus
I mean, when someone says
Knows
like,
things
I
we
don't
don't know
who I
yet.
was 2 years ago. Okay, let's go have breakfast. Like, don't you want to say, wait, what was that first thing you said?
Yeah.
Liam wanted to know more, but I don't think Caleb. Didn't matter to Caleb.
At all.
No. I mean, I think Caleb very much admired
could see
him
that.
as talent.
I think
and
Caleb is
liked
very
having him as
focused
part of their
on
group and
certain
knowing
things.
him, but especially since he talked about, I don't know who the hell I was in the past. Well, that doesn't matter. And he talked about not caring about the past. So Caleb just said, all right, I'll
Done.
take you at face value and I'll just focus on this.
Yeah,
And they
Caleb's
haven't known
all
each other
about- he's
that
got other
long,
things.
and
He's a
we've got
thinker.
nothing more to do with
He's
Gustav
thinking about
that
a
we know
lot.
of. So no,
Well,
I think
you're also playing a character whose past is something that he probably wants to forget and move on
So he can
from,
relate.
and or revisit and fix or something like that. And so Caleb may have looked at Molly with a little bit of a jealousy, like, I wish I didn't have to remember my past.
yeah, almost. It wasn't jealousy. It was just like, that's your truth and I don't understand it. It has nothing to do with me. My experience is the 100% dead opposite of that. So that seems crazy and fake, but
Liam has been
interesting.
hugging that bear the whole time.
That's cool.
I don't often see the bear on the
I like
couch.
all that.
Yeah. How much time do you guys think you spend a week
Thinking.
thinking about these characters and this story and what's going on? Because when you guys do a really good job of remembering kind of where everything left off. I mean, playing every week, that helps versus like every couple of months or something.
I feel
but
like if I was part of it,
you're
like
juggling a
literally
lot of
part
stuff.
of
Do you
it,
think about it a lot
I'd be
throughout the week?
rewatching episodes like every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, what did I say
Yeah,
there?
it kinda gnaws
How did he
away
say
at
that? What did this person
Yeah,
say
I bet.
exactly?
Yeah,
True.
and it didn't used to be like that for me. Like when we even probably when we first started streaming,
I become
was like,
obsessive
yeah,
with
this is
things
fun.
like fantasy
But then
leagues
over
and stuff
time,
like
it's
that.
like-
I like live on
It's
those
just-
things. If I
it's
was part of
always, like,
something
in the
that was
back of your mind.
televised,
With
like
Matt,
on
it
a
must be
channel,
insane.
Yeah.
I mean
Oh,
I
yeah.
am.
Yeah.
But that's
But yeah, like
basically
in
why you see
driving
1,000
home or
videos a
whatever,
week. I'm obsessed.
I'll just be like, I wonder what's up.
I looked the other day and I was
Bo.
the last month posting an average of 30
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Why did she say that
week?
thing last week or
Something
or
like
whatever?
that.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
whoa,
I
I
think
gotta
that's
slow
the
down.
case for probably a lot of the people watching the show too. Like,
Yeah.
it's so like these episodes are so long, and you get to know these characters so well, but also not. And so it's like you're always like wondering, what else is
Yeah.
there? What did you miss? What did you hear that is important, or what did you hear that's not important?
Yeah.
And it's like knowing somebody, but they're not real.
It's a second set of memories for sure.
Yeah, it is, right? It's its own story.
And it really, because of the sheer amount of time we do it, like I feel like we really kind of sit in their skins. And it's not like when we played our home game, it was every 6 weeks, but it's every week. It's 4 or 5 hours, and I think about this shit all the time, to the detriment of my bills and stuff.
Yeah.
And I spend 10% of my week thinking about Vax still, too.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
Oh, that's a problem. Oh.
Well, that's a well, you, my friend, need to be committed.
there goes Danny. There goes Danny and all
I
my
have
Tumblr
the same
babies for the week.
issues with a
That
lot of
sentence
things. I get
right
very
there.
obsessive about things where I'm
Well,
like, I
that's
need
your
to know
fault, Liam.
everything, and I'll watch like
For
10
both
hours of
you from
videos
Screaming
on
Nerd,
something
after
that
the
is
Caduceus
probably
Gustav
easily
conversation, are Caleb and not worried
understood, but I'm
about
like,
or
there's got to
afraid
be
of
more to it.
Caduceus
I'm going to
seeing
watch
through their
5 years of
facades
videos to
the
figure it
point
out.
of learning backstory stuff like he kind of did with Gustav.
Yeah, because he sort of had like a weird sixth sense about that.
That's what I was
there
just
was a
saying.
whisper involved.
Yes,
too,
there was a
right?
whisper
but
involved,
Caleb
and then
didn't see that. I think
Caduceus
Caleb just thinks that maybe
immediately
he's a little high,
was like,
a
dude's
little
got shit
weird.
going on.
and that we need a little more time to see if that's actually a thing or if he's just, you know. I mean, that's just his opinion, man.
Yeah, yeah, man.
That's just his
Some new
opinion,
information
man.
has come to light.
I think Knott's probably was a little taken aback by that, and
Yeah.
thinks that there's some magic involved, you know. But she believes that magic can do most anything. So
Yeah.
that's probably what
Yeah.
she chalks it up to.
Well, we're gonna get to some more questions, but first, free shit.
Free shit?
Whoa! Prizes.
Free
Just
shit,
really
gift of the week.
inexpensive.
Gift of the
Correct.
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
We even pay for the shipping.
Oh, that's nice.
It's neat, right?
Do you pay for the shipping?
I
'Cause
don't pay. I'm not allowed any plastic or paper.
Matt-
none of it.
or
I have
Matt,
a thumbprint that
Brian
I
isn't
use to
giving
get
money.
cash
He's
out of
not
the
allowed
phone
to hold
booth and
money.
Torrents.
When I first met Brian, he was only allowed to wear paper.
Paper.
Man, that would be so much funnier if it wasn't true. Our first giveaway tonight is honoring
I have
your
to
epic
throw my
gift making
mustache.
skills. It's
I
time for
haven't
gift
shaved.
of the week.
It's going in my mouth when I drink. I gotta trim it up after this.
Our winner for episode 32 of Campaign 2 was sent in by Sarah Jones, aka @that Sarah Jones.
Electric Bear Galoo. Oh, it's the Electric Bear Galoo. I didn't realize the name on the shirt.
Is it? How much money was it?
400 gold.
Yeah. How much is that?
Oh!
That's
T
T
for
for
life.
life. Dummkopf, is that what he said? Scheiße.
I thought I was crazy. Just thought I'm a cuckoo also. Maybe it's a cleric thing.
You've captured my essence.
I got it. I will ask the tall pink one next time if I need parchment.
That's good. That's good at the end.
Genius.
Because honestly,
And that
there's
was
a good
the
chance he was
audio
thinking
that was
that.
on the gift too, which is awesome. That was
I
the
love
actual
it.
audio.
Because he did
Congrats
kind
to
of
you,
look
Sarah.
like
You have one of
Idea
these
at the end.
Vox Machina and Mighty Nine pins. These are glorious.
So handsome.
My man Steve hooking it up with the close-ups.
Mighty Nine and Vox
like it's Iron
Machina.
Man's head.
I haven't seen the Vox Machina one like that in a
Very
bit.
nice. Yeah. No,
I like it. Ooh, and they're in the same case?
Oh, are they humping?
Are they humping?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're
Isn't that
humping
what
in
they're
the same.
for?
Yep.
Are they humping in the same
We've
case?
done worse things to
The funny
Wormwood.
thing is they actually are like
it.
pushed into each other.
I'm dead.
Is that how they're boxed? Because that's interesting. I feel like I don't know. That would be a very interesting way to package
Remember,
that.
you can submit.
I feel like
to our
they
weekly
would
contest.
hit each other in
I
transit
think he's
and
asleep.
maybe mark themselves. I don't know. Something about that
It's
didn't seem
almost
right.
7:30. Chiefs usually. put
Brian
to
could have
bed
just
about
took two
that time,
ends of
so.
the bottoms and collided
Sam,
them.
Mazla94 asks, how do you feel about Ford not shipping in for Gustav?
Hey man, that's cool. I mean, Ford just was in a
I said
pretty
this
rough
question would come up
sitch.
at some point.
And I don't even know how much gold Ford has.
It sounds like from the answer you gave earlier, when we were talking about money, that Yeah, that wouldn't really be
Honestly,
upset
yeah,
if he
based
didn't,
on
because
Sam's
she
answer,
wasn't attached to the money that she threw.
it led me to believe he really didn't care. I thought Not would be like, thanks for helping out, guys, but Not really just doesn't care.
Caduceus and for a part of it, and was like, "Hey, I'll chip in" or whatever, and she didn't do the same for Not. But
as
I don't think
a
Not gives
team
shit.
member, think
He's
that
not in
everyone
it for
should have thrown in
for
at
the
least 100
Benjamins.
gold.
It's also not like the Knights of the Round Table yet. I mean, we're still like a loose association of.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago that Not and Caleb were
Like, even
were
if you didn't have the money, I
essentially
think everyone had
just
at
flat out
least
saying,
50
like,
or
okay,
100 gold.
when everyone goes to
But
sleep,
even if
we'll
you
just steal all
didn't,
their shit and leave.
giving something would have showed team spirit, team camaraderie. I want everyone to be like, dude, I'm here for you if you need me.
Hey,
and not
Chief.
that they're not.
Oh.
And not that
Go
Not
back to that
doesn't
two-shot.
care anyway, because Not obviously
The
doesn't care.
question box was acting as a censor box
Oh my
for
god.
that part. And I don't know,
Look at
Chief, we
Sam.
might have to improvise something down.
Sam
Back to
decided to
me,
wear
please. Back to me.
shorts
Back to me.
that are so short you can see
Liam,
things.
save
You don't see
us
anything, but it
from
looks
Sam's dingleberries.
it looks not
An
good.
answer to this question from Becky.
Unless you're a fan
Fall.
of Sam Riegel.
Caleb has gone into a
innards.
state after killing someone with fire quite a few times now.
Hmm.
How is he emotionally dealing with the fact that this keeps happening? How does he feel about how Bo is continually the one who brings him back?
So those are two questions, right?
Yeah.
I think that. Are you
Sam
making
had to
jokes
sit
over
up.
there?
Look, Sam is sitting up now and
Thinking about
tilting.
it?
Yes.
He's sitting up and tilting because
Caleb feels like he needs to.
look at his face.
Work
Sam
through
is
it.
great.
Because fire's not going anywhere. A lot of people on social ask me, why do you keep using it? And maybe something that will come out eventually is the reason why fire is like his first, and he has a real affinity for it now. So he could, I mean, just from a gameplay story angle on this question, like I wouldn't have set up that kind of a difficulty and then said, Caleb always uses lightning, and then we never even focus on the problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But there is a reason. He has an affinity for it, and as he's getting stronger, some spells he's finding, some spells he's purchasing, but the fire is just natural progression. The fireball is something that Caleb got just from leveling up, and I just take that to be him further understanding what he can already do and magnifying it.
Good answer. I dig that.
It obviously is still fucking him up, and it probably will at the end of the game. But from his point of view, at least in this moment, it's that
It's part of him almost,
it's
so to speak.
the strongest weapon in his arsenal for facing people he may have to face, and it doesn't make sense to hide it away. He needs to master
it so he can control it better.
Misery or the pain or whatever you want to call it, so that he's
Awesome.
ready to deal with facing his ex-teacher someday or other people.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow.
that's why.
Well put. Because
Oh, and the
honestly,
other
that could have
question
been
was the second
thought
half
of different ways. Like you could take it like
Yeah,
Caleb
how does he feel about
is
how Bo's
using it because
continually the
he's
one who brings him back?
tormented
Oh, he
and
likes
it's a
that.
negative thing. But the way he put it is how
likes
I hoped it was. And he's
was
progressing.
Danny.
He's mastering it so he can control
Yeah,
it better and it
it's,
won't
like a
conquer
flawed
him.
friendship, and it's not affectionate the way Caleb and Nod is, but that's okay. And I think part of the reason why he felt like he should, and it fell apart on him, but the instinct to bet big and tell her everything came from a sense of sort of shared, not identical, but shared interest.
Yeah.
And shared point of view. So they're still very different, but there's a lot in common there. And
Yeah.
Things that Bo does is kind of, even though she busts his balls for things constantly, which I love, Liam loves, it's reaffirming his choice to take a chance with her.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't think about
I
any of this
love-
stuff much though.
Yeah.
That she
I can
busts
tell,
his
I can
balls.
tell.
I
At the
just
Gen
want it
Con
to be
panel, I don't think
good
this part
busting
made it to
ball
the video
reasons.
that Daspeth put up, but somebody
If you
asked
bust balls
you
and you're in the
if
wrong,
there
it's
was
not
a
as
song, what
hard
real
hitting.
life song would represent
What would Caleb's song be?
Caleb's song be. And before you could answer, I said, "We didn't start the fire."
It's not okay.
I got booed so hard. It was great.
It's
I
good
drank
because
those
I just
tears.
had a flatline sound going in my head
Yeah,
with
because
no
that was
answer coming.
I was gonna say, yeah. I looked at you and I saw
Did
the
you hear
look in your
her?
eye of like.
Because he said we didn't start the
I never
fire.
think
I don't know
this,
if she
but
was
if Foster
joking or
has
not,
a
but she
terrible
goes, it's
joke
not
right now,
okay.
that would be great.
Because you
I
could
know how
even
to
get
answer this.
demonetized
your
just for
terrible jokes.
singing
They're
a song.
terrible.
They're great.
Really?
All the things I've learned through YouTube.
Sam,
You could
Cacophonous
sing a
kazoo.
song
Woo!
for
That's a
like
good
2 or
one.
3 lines, and
Not
you'll get
started the
demonetized
campaign
just for
as a
singing
coward
it.
who had to work up a drunken
Like, even if
stupor
you
before
suck.
combat.
Like,
Is
I don't
she
even wanna
cognizant
do
of
it,
how much
but not
more
that I'm at that
proficient
level,
she is
but they
now,
were.
And is that helping her courage at all?
Yes, she's definitely aware that she's.
Now, it
been
could have just been Danny being
more
funny, but I
and
feel
more
like she, as the
powerful and
show orchestrator kind of
and as a
person.
result, I think you'll.
I don't know if
been
she's the
drinking
producer or the
less
director or what her
in-
title is,
in,
but I feel like Danny was like,
in-
no, don't
in
go
battle
there.
situations. She's still skittish and gets nervous about stuff, but I think they've escaped and
It's a good
survived
name,
and
also.
succeeded in enough fights now that she's becoming a little bit more brave,
Yeah.
if you will. Still not 100%, and she still knows she's small and a target, and doesn't have as much magic to rely on and stuff like that. But
I have a follow-up question to Cacophonous Kazoo's question. Is not
Cacophonous
aware of
Kazoo.
how
I
highly
said it
gifted
already.
she
It's
is.
a good name. Great name.
no, she knows that she's tricky.
Yeah.
She is aware that she can do things
Is
better
he singing
than
that song?
other folks in the group.
Tricky.
But she probably would not think that those things are the most spectacular. They're like cool tricks, like look, I'm double jointed or whatever. But it's not like
Yeah.
she sees all these other people with amazing powers and stuff, and she just thinks like, oh, I'm really fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's aware that she's gifted in some areas.
That's another slice of what I love about Caleb and not. I mean, there's many things that I love about it. I love
I've
that
been
we're
in this
setting
chair
ourselves
so
up
far
just for heartbreak later.
over 4 hours
But,
today. I did
True.
3
how
hours
they're two like
of a
different
My Little
kinds of
Pony
gifted
show.
weirdos.
Hour this, 2
Just like
half-hour
us.
episodes of Tariko.
Except for the gifted part.
Yeah. Some would argue. Liam, Krista Miller asks,
She already asked one.
Krista Miller,
You
right?
had 2 really
she
good
had 2
questions.
really good
There's
questions.
not
Really?
even a pun in that name, though. I mean, I guess.
Krista Miller,
Yeah,
I've
go
heard
ahead.
before, though. Was it today?
She's the best.
I've definitely heard
Krista
Krista
Kristen, we're
Miller.
let down by her name, not her questions. What were Caleb's thoughts on the Etten encounter and how Caduceus dealt with it? The calm emotions fear combo was clutch.
Yeah, I
Calm
think
emotions and fear on
was
the
impressed
Giants,
by
the
that, and thought that's a
Ettons.
great idea. How he went relaxed and groovy and just sort of veered them off. My version of that is the night terrors, and that's what I can contribute. But it definitely bounced off of, like I wouldn't have thought to. If Caduceus hadn't done that, I don't think Caleb would have snapped too. Do you
Yeah.
need to candle wax your junk or something?
I'm
What's going
fine.
on?
Yeah,
everything's.
he was asking for some candle wax.
Do you need
put
to
on his nipples.
candle
I'm like, that's
wax
not a
your
real
junk?
candle.
Are your nipples still as sharp as they were 5 minutes before the show?
My nipples
Let me see.
are razor
Show the
sharp.
camera.
They're like big old pepperonis.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I do that thing Travis does.
Yeah, that's
They're
not
like
it.
big
Go back
old
to Sam.
pepperonis.
That's not what he
You
does.
need to go do a heist because you could cut
Do it
some
again.
Oh
glass
my
right
God,
now.
what is
Do it
that?
again.
Oh my God,
Oh,
it-
that's not how it works.
Is that what they were talking about?
Yeah, you look
screen.
exactly like Terry Crews.
Just the Shaq shit.
you look
That's not
just
what
like,
Travis
yeah,
does.
Terry Crews all the way. Is that a wax candle of Trinket? Is
You
that
look
what they're
like-
saying?
Trinket finally has a use.
Stop it.
Trinket finally has.
Y'all.
Oh my
Stop
God.
this incestuous madness. Sam,
Trinket is Sam Riegel's penis right now.
Men in Black device flash us with an answer to this question. You know the little device that
The
helps
Men in
erase
Black
your
flashy
memories?
device. Yeah, erase your
Erase
memory.
The Trinket ball sack
okay,
that we
gotcha.
just saw.
Yes. I like Brian
Can
made
we
it even
get
worse
on
than
a
I said.
Trinket ball sack emo?
I was nice and said the penis of Sam Riegel. He goes, it's Sam Riegel's ball sack.
BJJ 2015 asks Sam,
That
not
is
as
a
incredibly
question.
intelligent, but she doesn't lose her less
That's the
tame
longest question
nature
I've ever seen.
or impulsivity. What made you want to play her with those specific quirks despite her intelligence? Do you find those quirks and flaws make it more difficult for you to accomplish the things you want, especially in social encounters? This is 6 questions.
Yeah.
Does that ever frustrate you, or do you embrace the challenge?
That is
Just because
gotta
go
be the
beat
longest
by
question
beat there.
ever.
I prefer. Where's Krista when you need?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we don't hate.
Honestly, I would be like, Brian, go back,
Great
ask me the
question.
first thing first, and then go on. It's too many questions. There's at least 3 or 4 questions in there. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 questions in there.
Going in reverse order, I embraced the challenge.
I can't even believe you remembered
love,
it all.
I've said it on this show many times. I love just finding weird things about characters.
Good
that
on,
are
good on Sam if
hard
he
to deal
remembered
with
all these.
and then try to deal with them. But part of the thing, like, I don't know nothing about goblins, and so I've told this to Matt in the past. Something that I just decided about goblins, which I don't know if it's true. You know, they have short lifespans, and they also at least every
How
depiction
short is
that I've seen,
short?
they're like
What is a
super
goblin
brutal,
lifespan?
and they
30,
just
40 years?
attack, and they're mean, and they get hungry, and you know, all this stuff. So I just thought maybe goblins are just like unrestrained, like, is it not id? Id? Yeah,
It
like
is the basement.
yeah.
Superego
It's just like
is the attic.
Like everything is just a little heightened. Like I want that, or I'm hungry, or
That's what I love about Not, because she is so highly
He
gifted.
switched
She's
up
only
the
had
bear with the
9 or
jester. I
10-ish,
literally
whatever it is,
was gonna say
years
Jester is
to let that
slammed in the
percolate
corner of that
from being
couch. I
like
can
a
barely see her.
to now.
Switched it up.
But she's so smart. Like if Not could be
I still can't get over
allowed
that
to
question.
magically
Look how
somehow live
big
to be
that
100,
question
she
is.
would be
It's
the
50 questions.
So scary.
Cheers
But she's
to
only 9
everybody.
years old.
Yeah.
yeah.
We
So
broke records
that's
this
where
week
that
on the
comes
live
from,
stream.
just like trying to figure out,
Record-breaking
like, what's a
donations.
goblin like? Why are
It was
they
my
like
birthday
that?
also,
Right.
so that probably
And
played a
so
part.
You see it in.
But I thank you all.
Different.
We had Ninja Master, Vero
circumstances,
G,
you know, she really
Das
loves booze,
Grove,
and she
the
really
dude
loves collecting
JB.
things, and she really hates water,
Who am
and
I
you know, like
missing?
it's just
I'm
all
missing
pushed
people.
to
Yeah.
the max,
Yeah.
sort of a thing.
Sounds like Howard Hughes.
Yeah. Is she peeing jars?
She's working on a
Mason jars.
giant
jars.
wooden.
Ray,
Yeah.
Ray donated.
For both of you, from Blink.
I'm trying to think. I missed
leaders,
somebody. I'm gonna feel bad now.
How does it feel
if
for
I
Not
missed you,
Caleb to come
let me know in the
into
live stream, and I'll
Allfield
do
and be
a
welcomed
chug of
by
8
the whole
barrels
town?
for you.
Strange.
Yeah.
Strange. Another new thing that Caleb is concerned about
Getting praise and attention.
is their amplified visibility, which they're going somewhere where it's not, which is good. But in Allfield and everywhere in the Empire now, like they've got to have a little bit of a reputation, and being, you know, in a stadium or having people go, yes, you're the heroes that we heard about, is not sitting well with him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to want the group to try to like thread that needle and stay with people like the gentleman and criminal element.
Damn
maybe
me, I just
because
spilled it
there's
down my
less,
beard. I hate when
you know,
I do
there's
that.
less fanfare.
I feel it
and
in my beard
being
now.
given keeps by the head of the city. That kind of thing. That'd be bad.
Yeah, I think not. Like Caleb is a little hesitant to be in the spotlight. However, has started to realize, like, hey, if everyone's cheering us, that means they're not pointing at me and throwing.
That's
rocks.
correct, but
So that's
some
good.
people just don't like the
Does she
attention.
fear what would happen if
In general,
the mask
whether it's
came off
positive
in
or
front of the
negative.
roaring
Yeah,
crowd?
sure.
It's
There's
almost
always
like
that in the back of
When
your
you're
mind,
in
but
that kind of
so far,
like
you know,
light,
surrounded by bigger
there's
folks,
going to be some
you kinda get away
negativity.
with it.
Yeah.
When you're
Oh.
when no one pays attention to you, there's zero negativity. When everyone pays attention
I
to you,
like
there's
how much
going
you
to be
guys
some
have thought through all this
negativity.
stuff.
So it's like not
It's so
being
early in the
famous
campaign, and it tells me
keeps you in the
there's
dark
so much
where
more
we're
room
not
for
we don't have
everyone
to
to
deal
grow.
with it.
I mean, the writers are really good.
Oh God,
They're really good.
Well, we're paying them more this
Even
season.
if you get like 10,000 people that
We're
love
actually
you
paying this season.
Paying them more.
and like 5 assholes,
Yeah, that's
more
true.
than
those 5 assholes will give you
Let's give away some more
negative
ethically
feelings.
free shit.
Whereas
shall
if
we?
you didn't know anybody, you got 0. It's
our
like
next
it's
giveaway is
crazy
for fan art of the
because you
week.
should be like,
It's
well, you
fan
got
art of the week.
9,900 something people that love you, but it's not how it works.
God, it's me.
People just rag on the hatred.
Of course.
I know myself
I'm
just
our
from
dad.
negative comments.
Don't you
and stuff.
know?
Okay, that's
You're in
fair.
the opening titles, and that's it, buddy. This week's fan art winner for
Fan
episode
art of the
32
week.
was sent in by the Arting Ace, aka at Kate
The
_
Arting
W _
Ace.
Candy. Let's take a look.
Yeah, that one's
I
so
have not
sweet.
seen that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was gonna say Caduceus.
Kate does great work.
Wow, that's really cool.
Is that from something specific?
looks so
Oh, the
dapper.
mask. Look at the mask.
Nice.
That had to be when they were
Yeah.
shopping. That's not how I pictured
He
Caduceus.
looks like he has.
Caduceus looks very
a
like
house in the valley
well
where he has chickens,
kept. I thought he was in like
bees,
robes and all like.
and
I'm
a lot of
picturing the
death
dude.
memorabilia. And
So he hasn't been eating
Like
the
this thing.
same things as he's been eating lately. Is he going to lose the pink? Like it's like a flamingo who eats a.
Oh, is that a
Once you go
thing?
pink. What's the rest of it, Danny?
See that? I thought he was gonna be
I'm
wearing that.
ignoring
I
that.
guess he acquires
I
green armor.
assume that he like.
I thought he was gonna have that,
brought it
though.
with him. He like brought lichen with him, and he's just like slowly eating it. Like it's
That is
enough
the
to
thing,
keep
though.
The pink. Shut up.
What
I just
he's
want him to
saying
continue
is
having pink
correct.
Probably.
Well,
Flamingos
to keep having pink
eat
hair, but
shrimp.
I also kind of want.
And that is
I
how
wouldn't
they
mind
maintain
if
the pink skin.
He went without
That's all
lichen
they
for
eat
a
is
while,
shrimp.
then started back up
That's a
again.
real
so then
thing.
there's like this white layer that grows up and through,
Yep.
and we can
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
yeah.
progress of that. Or
That would be
What y'all need to
interesting.
do is y'all need to just find him lichen and be like, here you go, buddy, as much as you want.
I'll just shave his head.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I love the Danny Cam. I love
Yep.
that it's running on batteries.
Yeah.
Is that a?
Go back to Danny Cam. Chip.
I thought it
You
was
see
done
the record-
intentionally.
The record thing is.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
intentionally
I saw
done.
that,
Okay.
But I mean, we've got power cords all over the studio. We can't.
There's only so many cube taps to go around.
Sure.
Nope. Nope.
Is that real?
Thanks to
I
everyone
feel
who
like that is
submitted
done
for
intentionally,
Fan
and
of the
Sam's
Week.
making a joke, and
Congrats
now
to
I'm
you,
unsure.
The Arting Ace, you have won this.
There's no way they have a
Wormwood
critical role
Cherry
record
Dice
button
Tower
and a
system.
battery thing that they
Okay,
can't get rid of.
so This is crazy.
Why are we getting
because
so much of my
you
favorite
get the
wood?
Dice Tower.
Purple
and
Heart.
This has.
Dice Tower. Wait,
This
what?
is featuring the epic Cortrium cartography by Devin Rue.
The cartography on
posts
the
there.
Purple Heart. Matt Mercer just gave away the same thing, but
This
different,
is
right?
Even
Matt Mercer
crazier
gave the
in
leather
person.
bound
You
one
guys
away.
hard to
This is
tell.
the Dice
so you
Tower.
get that. You get
Wait,
your
there's more?
dice vault.
Wow, this is a
Oh
good
wait,
haul.
or is
Those
this
are
one that he
epic.
could bind
and
up?
you get the tray with the
Oh,
flame strap.
Yeah, that leather strap is pretty great.
What are you laughing at?
Is
You can
this
do
the
a lot
same
with
thing
a
Matt
lax
gave
strap.
away? It looks like the
Because
same
my-
thing.
It's a flame
Why is it
strap?
already in
Look at
pieces?
that.
Ooh, that would be so good
Flame
on a
strap.
button.
That
Like
right
slapping
there,
it on a button,
from what
right?
I
Give a
remember when I
nice, like,
priced
flame
my stuff
impression.
out, that right there would
give
be
it a
upwards of
shot right
You
$500.
really want to give some flair
I
to your
think it was
autoerotic
$700 or
asphyxiation.
$800
Are you laughing
when I
about
priced
this?
it out. The Purple Heartwood alone doubles or
Oh,
triples
wow.
the regular price, and it was
That
already like $200 or
Devin Rue piece
$300.
is available on Wormwood's Kickstarter
I feel like
right
it was
now,
$800,
so check it out at
$700 or
wormwoodgaming.com.
$800.
And remember, you can enter a
Beautifully
weekly
done, and that
contest
was
by
not the
emailing your gift or
cartography
fan
one with
art
the
to
etching.
submit.
That was just the
At
regular Purple
ToxMachina.com. Rules for
Heartwood. I could
contests
be
are
wrong,
available at
but it was
Crit Roll.
definitely
Can you
over $400 or
control the submit?
$500,
Are you controlling the
upwards
submit?
of $700 or $800.
Oh, you did.
It's someone else
you.
controlling it.
Sam just realized they control
It's
submit.
not you.
Sam must not have been on those
Is it side by
episodes.
Sam?
They have
Every
played with
time
the
it
submit
comes up,
button
it seems like you're pressing
countless
something.
times.
Is Chief side by Sam?
Sam must have just not been around for those.
That's a good question.
Oh,
Who's side
yeah.
by Sam? Is it Chief?
Side by Sam is a person.
Oh. What person is it?
He's definitely doing like a
he or she
golem.
does not want
Doing a golem over there.
his or her identity to be
But you know.
know or known.
Do you know?
I mean, in
I
theory,
know who it is.
There's not someone out there
Liam
just taking
has
pictures
met
of
Side by Sam.
I have.
Is that
So
why
has
Liam
Tal.
fake
So
punched
has
him? It's
Marisha.
not to be
Really?
spoken.
Yep.
What?
Yes.
Okay. so
Side by Sam.
It's Mercer.
He has time in his week to
Dang,
just
yeah,
follow me
he's-
around.
Is it his brother? We've talked about
just sit
Sam's
in on
brother
some of your
before.
sessions,
They
like,
collab on
Run,
some things.
run across
I don't
the
think it's his
front.
brother
Ooh,
though,
that's
because
good.
his brother I feel like has already made. Well, then again, the things I've seen his brother on were
Liam.
future things
Yeah.
that haven't
Cootie
happened yet.
Patra
So maybe
asks,
Side by
what
Sam is
does
his brother.
Caleb make of his new insights into the dodecagon?
I remember. Ooh, that's a good question. I remember seeing his brother
well,
on the
it's a
Vox
little
Machina
too
animated
perfect.
stuff.
It definitely scratches an itch that he has intellectually. It confirms what he believes, which is that it has to be possible. if you can slow time, if you can speed time, if you can create flame out of the air through the power of words and chemical substances, it just has to be possible. So the D20, the dodecahedron, not the icosahedron, the dodecahedron
What did he say?
confirms his
Icosahedron?
suspicions and
He said something
drives
else there.
him forward.
I mean, then he said dodecahedron.
I don't know if we would have been plopped the key to everything that Caleb wants at the beginning, maybe, but he wonders about the source that this thing is a splinter of.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I do too.
He's also read recently that at the academy that they are working on something, and he wonders if it's one and the same, since I'm referring to this prop on the set like it's here.
see.
Put this on your nuts.
Sure.
To hide him.
Put this on your nuts. She has a
They
censored
were
bar.
very
Look at it. Look at
interested
it.
in
Look at that.
His past teacher.
Perfectly done.
It is that big too.
It is that big too. Look at Liam smacking his thigh. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go.
That is
Very interested in
insane.
Sam's
He's
gigantic
smacking his
schlong.
thigh by the
And,
uncensored or censored, I should say.
Horizontal schlong.
Why was I saying uncensored?
It's a good
Censored.
thing. It's a good thing.
Look
Yeah,
at Sam now.
Rachel
You
will
made
say
it
it
worse.
definitely does not
By them
contain
putting the
present
censored
reality.
bar, it just made it 10 times worse.
I ate before this.
They shouldn't have made it so big. It
amazing
just
that
gave
it can
Sam
hold the weight
the
of my
ability to
entire
do
leg. Yep.
too much. Like, look what they're doing now. His entire
You're
leg is
excited.
taken up.
Jesus Christ,
This is a
guys.
great commercial.
Danny's sorry she even did it.
This is a
They
great
made it
commercial.
way, way worse.
Talks Machina.
What is talks about?
I love it.
Right.
I
I
absolutely
can't
love
wait-
it. But they
I
definitely
can't wait
made it
till
way
my
worse.
kids are like 12 and 15 to sit them down
Yeah.
and look at the archives of this show.
Show them the year that we reclaimed
Oh,
our
making it
dignity.
bigger.
We need to keep recording this show a lot so that there are
Rat
so
eaters.
many hours of it that my kids go, ugh.
Tonight is episode 80. Isn't that crazy? What are you doing now?
know what I'm doing now, Brian.
We have
This is
to.
a cry for help.
We have to put a stop to this. There's no
Have to
conversation
put a
be
stop
had
to
while
it.
this is going on. All right, Sam.
Make it an emotional question.
Speaking of the thing between your legs,
Yes.
Pizza Schnitzel has a question.
Pizza schnitzel. What
Why
timing
does
on that
Nat
one?
want to contact Astrid?
Pizza
Is she
Schnitzel.
projecting her wish to see her halfling friend over to Caleb, or is it something different?
Projecting her wish to see her halfling friend. Oh, projecting her wish to see her halfling
You
friend
wish to see
over to Caleb.
I don't think it's about
feller's
that.
name
I
was
think she just,
Yezua?
I think not just wants Caleb to
Yezua.
get his girl.
Easy?
Easy.
I could see
was
the
easy.
connection, but I don't think it had.
It is not
And Matt wants to
projecting.
see Yeezy.
Maybe I hadn't thought that much about the.
If you
the
hadn't thought too much about it, that
subconscious
means that you
reasoning,
weren't. But
on
subconsciously,
the surface
okay.
Anyway,
I could see the
think,
connection.
Not noticed that Caleb mentioned.
I think not just
Astrid
wanting Caleb to
before,
have that
and
opportunity.
Probably just thinks that it would be nice to have.
Gonna kill
a-
this. I
a
think we
young
got about
lady in
10
his
minutes
life,
left.
or some a peer.
You're like every overbearing mom.
Yeah,
I called
exactly.
your ex-girlfriend the
I
other day, and she
hope-
and I are getting lunch.
Yes.
So if you
It's
want me to say
fascinating.
Never has that happened to me, but I
Yeah, well, you
have
know,
had similar
I
things
hear
happen
she's
to
the
friends and stuff.
doctor.
I get the reference.
So I just think you guys went to school together. I mean,
Adam
you're both
Sandler.
probably single.
I'm tired of coming over to these dinners, Ma.
Definitely either a Boston mom or
You know, the
Adam
wizard down the
Sandler-ish.
street just got married.
So if the wizard down the street would
That's
jump
like
off
the
a bridge, I should
we're
do
all
the
gonna
same thing.
laugh at you,
Just
which
saying, I want
was
you
a
to be
spoof on
happy.
Carrie.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Danny, is that what your mom's like? I can picture Danny's mom being like, she's dead. Danny's like totally passed out. Look at
Danny's
her.
gone. There's only a mouse over there squeaking away.
Yeah, Danny is
love
squeaking
it.
hardcore.
No, my mom is not like that.
Yeah, my mom is not like that at all. My
You
mom,
guys killed her. That's what it
even
took.
even in her youth, my mom
R.I.P.
was not
Danny
like that.
Cam. Oh god, I love it so much. Liam,
Yes, sir.
Rogue 10 has a connected
Rogue
question
10.
there. What
We
was
might
going
only
through
have
your
one or two
mind when
questions
Nott was
left.
writing the letter to find Astrid?
Well, that was all Liam reaction, not Caleb at all. Caleb
Yeah,
wasn't
but
there,
your
has no
mind, yeah.
idea. Oh man, well, I mean, I both love it and hate it. It's fascinating, and as Sam said like 15 minutes ago, like we love setting up hard stuff and then dealing with it. So what's the point of the show if we're not dealing with hard stuff? So
Yeah.
Astrid,
You've been dealing with hard stuff all night on
Yeah,
the couch.
that came off very.
I mean, semi-hard.
I can't believe Liam never caught on until then. Liam was saying it. I thought he
That
was
would be
intentionally
bad-
doing it.
bad
I think
stuff,
he didn't
bad
catch his
news.
words.
Yeah.
Oh, Astrid?
Yeah.
We love dealing with
I don't
hard
know.
stuff as we
that's
just
fine.
dealt with the
Wanna see?
censor
I mean,
thing.
see.
I
for
don't know
5
if it's good or
minutes.
bad. It's just it's complicated.
The questions are definitely on par
What I
with
know
the
about
insanity.
your past and what Sam Riegel knows about your past.
Yeah.
Astrid has got to be either a super bad guy now, super dead, or something else that we don't know about.
That's
I
one
think
of the many
she's
things that Caleb
corrupted,
wonders about every night
hardcore
before he
corrupted,
falls
like a
asleep.
villain at this point.
Wow.
There's no way
Yeah.
she's dead.
About both his friends, and yeah,
Can't wait to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
he doesn't know. It's been 16 years
Really?
since he saw them last.
Whoa.
Doubled.
How old is he again?
30.
33.
33.
30. I was going to say 32. I was going to, because double. I was going to say it's doubled. 16 years, double,
I've written it
33.
down.
So he
It's
hasn't
15
seen
or
him in half a
16,
lifetime for
in the
him.
asylum for 11ish years.
Yeah.
Out on the road on his own for 5.
Wow.
Okay.
11 years. We knew that already, but that's still crazy to think about. 11 years in an asylum and then 5 years on his own.
You've been practicing your Caleb. It sounds great.
It's perfect.
Identical.
Sam.
That's why everyone always confuses us for each other.
totally.
Yeah, exactly. Sam, help us forget that impression with an answer to this question from Cootie Patra again. Nott seems to express less worry about Caleb than she used to. Is she more confident in his ability to stay alive in battles? Does she trust the Mighty Nein more to look out for him, or is her level of worry about the same?
Her level of worry is more or less the same, except now she sees that there's other people protecting him, and also, especially Bo. Bo has really stepped up and been on the ball to get him out of his funk when he does the fire stuff, or when he's injured. She's been great, so it's nice to know that like other people.
Even the
are
talks we've had with
actively
Nott
trying
and
to
Bo and stuff like that,
protect-
I feel like Nott
protect
should
the
feel
young prince.
a little more confident in the team.
So yeah, but her level of worry is the same, and I think in just some of the most recent battles, Liam O'Brien has been strategically excellent at either being invisible or staying on the way other side of the room,
Yeah.
or both, or hanging back enough so he's been out of danger. And he has taken some hits for sure, and he is still squishy, but Nott always has an eye on Caleb, and Sam always has an eye on Caleb to make sure that he's not like, oops, right in the middle of the battle. And,
Yeah.
and if he were, then Nott would be there in a jiffy.
I feel like a lot of
I've
these
heard
questions are
Baxter,
longer.
despite
I'm
Liam's
digging the
knowing
answers and
that,
stuff,
like,
but
Feist
I'm
or
just like
Dragon's
noticing
face in this
longer.
game
Like
is
some are
dumb,
short,
but
but
I would override
couple real
common
long
sense
ones.
consciously.
Multiple questions in
Because
one.
I thought it was in character, but
That is very vax.
We talked about that a lot in those early episodes of talks when that
there
stuff
was an early
happening.
episode where I think Molly was down or something, and I almost said Caleb's going to run forward and chance. I was like, nope.
You mean back. Oh wait, when Molly was
No,
down.
early in
Molly
this
was
game.
down in some fight, and Liam thought like,
this
okay, I'm going to
time around.
run him
This
forward. It was in the first like 6 or 7 episodes, I think.
It was probably in the
And
festival.
My learned
Carnival.
instinct was like, run in. Nope. No, I had to like tell myself not to do that because I did it so much. Wow. One thing I love about Caleb, not Bo, is not coddles.
Caleb, not Bo.
And
That was
is
interesting.
mother. And I think that up top, Caleb was like, that's not a good thing. Like I should not be fed that kind of saturin. It's not accurate. But underneath, he enjoys it because they have affection for each other, and he likes that affection, even though he doesn't talk about that so much. And with Bo,
Something in another show I
there's no
just watched
affection,
came
but
up that
it's
sounded very
it's
similar to what Liam was saying.
He feels
I
like
had
he
to
should
remember
be
if it was
called an
this or not.
asshole and a shit. and knows that he needs that. Like he deserves it and he needs it because it's real, it's accurate, and it will keep him sharpened and on task. So he likes, even if it's an unconscious level, what he gets from both of those ladies for different reasons.
Wow. Wow.
I love
Yeah,
Caleb and Nott.
there's nothing affectionate about Bo.
Yeah. But there's reasons for that.
Reasons.
Maybe. I feel like there are. I mean, you guys think this
Likely
stuff through
reasons.
very clearly
Likely
and
reasons.
very, detailed.
No, this is mostly bullshit.
So I think, yeah, well, yeah.
It's a lot of bullshit.
There's a lot of layers. You guys got some pets.
Oh God,
Yeah,
we
this
talked about
episode.
the pets.
Oh, the pets. I was like, what? Oh, the actual
This
pets we got
question
in the
from
show.
Artist Someday. Sam, which pet would not like to eat first?
The weasel.
The weasel?
The weasel seems, nice and edible size.
I see the shirt
tender
with the
meat.
pets.
Easy to skin.
Well, at least aminals.
An owl. What are you going to
little
eat? An
bones.
owl is disgusting.
Yeah,
Your feathers
gross.
coming out.
Feathers, beaks.
Owl
Yeah.
look too small.
And
You
then
got
the
feathers
puppy,
and
it
bones.
just
A lot of
seems
bones. A lot of
difficult.
tiny
Every time you
bones.
grab the thing, it would just poof away or whatever. Also, if you wait a little longer, that puppy's going to get bigger, and then that's more meat.
I feel like
Right.
if you're gonna go
Yeah,
realistically, the
How long do you think these guys will survive?
ferret. What is it? Ferret? Weasel?
It will be
Whatever it is, that
interesting.
thing
Liam
first.
wonders if the DM will be as vicious with these non-summonable animals as he is with Frumpkin. Like Frumpkin can't go anywhere where somebody's shooting an arrow at Frumpkin, stepping on Frumpkin, kicking Frumpkin, and Frumpkin can come back.
Yeah.
Fucking Weasel cannot come back. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see. It seems like hard.
So you guys said that Sam
Weasel cannot
said
come
he'd be
back.
kind to the
many
animals,
pets were
but then
there
you
in the
also said in the
cages?
live stream,
Tiger
what's
babies?
the over/under on
I just
how long
shut
they
all this on
last?
quick
So
recap.
they could lose
Make
them,
all
I'm
of the
guessing, but
animals
it's not like they're going to
correspond
suffer
to a member
horrific
of
deaths.
Vox Machina. Did he, like the tigers weren't meant to represent Vex and Vax, and the owl isn't Percy or something weird like
Okay,
that?
Where did you-
if
have you
using
been-
tiger cubs to represent Vex and Vax, then I have a problem with that.
Have you been? Have you been on like the dark web reading stuff?
I don't know,
about
but that
this, or
actually
what?
kind
That
of was
seems like
interesting.
some
You got
conspiracy
twins.
theory.
Well, I don't know. Matt's
Owl,
Matt's
ferret. I mean, that is clever if that is the way they
I feel like
went.
that's a little
I have
too
to think more
obvious,
about
though.
it.
Yeah, you're
You know
right.
what I mean? Like,
I didn't
mean,
think
all
about
Matt's been
it.
thinking
The
about
twin
for the 2 weeks
tigers.
leading up to that game was Burning Man. So I think you're
yeah.
you're reading too much into it.
Desert
I
Shift.
think he is too, but that's an
We're
interesting
almost out of
take.
time, but I want to sneak this one in. Liam,
Last one,
Frick
sneaking
Wade
it in.
asks, is Caleb at all intrigued by new and faraway cities, or is he only ever searching for the next library?
New and faraway cities.
I like that one.
Intrigued by those at all?
Why did we do a zoom in shot?
Yeah, something I was thinking.
We did like a
I don't know if
weird
I'm
zoom
directly
in
answering
shot.
that
That's like
question,
way
but I
closer than we
think
normally get, and
one
it's
thing
like
that
out of
was
focus,
on
and he's
his
going
mind
around.
as they left the Empire, and I know they kind of popped out of it.
Liam
several weeks
is
ago in
Caleb.
another episode, but
Liam
they're
is
leaving.
Caleb at all intrigued by?
And presumably
is-
that's
oh.
good, right? There's.
I'm like, what?
he's
I
not
thought
gonna
he
run
was
into
writing a
his
tip.
past there, almost.
Is Caleb at all
assuredly.
intrigued by new and faraway cities?
So that should be good.
That's
It should be
the
like
question.
freedom, and I can find libraries there. But
I
if
thought they were
it
joking
feels
around.
wrong to
They're
him
joking so much. I'm
to
ready
leave
for the
because
next
everything that he wants to deal with is behind him. He can stomach that easily because this group is he's both forming sort of like against his better sense his emotional ties, but also there's profit and there's value and there's growth in this group. So it makes sense to travel. But and I almost brought it up. I almost had him talk to Bo about it, but it just feels wrong to turn his back on the Empire and leave it when the Empire is both kind of fucked up and everything that he wants to address is behind him. He is always constantly thinking about the next library. They've just been really busy and trying not to die and
Yeah.
pulling people out of death.
And trying not to
But
die.
Yeah,
We
now
had
things are
missions, we had things to
calmer,
do.
and we'll
People are
never
dealing
have
with
another
shit,
battle
including
again after the
Caleb.
Ettins.
Yeah.
He's only thinking about the next library. for
Right. Yeah. Danger around every corner, always. Well, guys,
Still got the
much
mug.
fun as
That's
this
the
was,
first
man.
I saw of it. Maybe I
We're out
missed
of
it
time.
earlier.
Did a good job tonight, Brian.
with what?
Liam, look at
we
Liam.
didn't,
Oh my God, Liam.
Hold on, a little, just
We're gonna do
This
it.
is what comes from
distracted.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight,
years
folks.
of familiarity.
Stick around for Talks Machina
Oh my Lord.
After Dark.
Look at
when it
Brian's
gets dirty.
face.
That's when.
The censored stuff.
Yeah,
gets
just to let
turned
you
off.
guys know, if you do come back for After Dark, it might get a little bit dicey. So,
I'm gonna be hanging brain.
Yep.
I'm
Big
gonna
dick
be
peanut
hanging
butter
brain.
energy.
Is he
We need a
talking
max
about from the
cam.
movie
Peanut
Waiting?
butter. So soon.
No, he won't allow it, dude.
I
'cause
know, but the shaking of the head
He's
just.
convinced that his ponytail is like Samson's, hair. Where
I don't
he
know if
loses
I've
it,
ever
he's
seen
like,
Max.
if I
He
photographed
constantly
it,
rips on Max in the background.
Yeah.
Danny has her own cam.
Liam's One Shot airs this Thursday night.
Liam's One Shot.
Song of the Lorelei, Travis Willingham, Travis Gone Wild.
Travis Gone
yeah.
Wild.
Welcome to the Lorelei. See you soon. We're gonna go up and howl at the moon.
Oh, I can't wait to go home. I wanna
Still
go
got
home so
after
bad. I
hours
would
Alpha
like to
Talk.
thank Liam and Sam for joining us tonight.
Would you?
No. Until then, no. Drink. Here I drink in the light with friends. At home I drink in the dark alone. Just me, bachelor in paradise. Let's go.
I understand you.
Bachelor
Until
in
Thursday, my
Paradise,
friends,
married
the
to
one
Ashley
shots.
Johnson.
Don't forget to love each other. Don't worry. It's almost werewolf time.
All right, guys, there we go. That's Campaign 2, Episode 32, Talks Machina. I'm going to jump into After Hours Alpha Talk after this. It's only about 14 minutes, which is on average for this, I guess. We're going to get one every episode. Last month, we didn't have one because of Gen Con, so there was only 3. It was the shortest After Hours we've done. But I really enjoyed this. Liam and Sam together, great. The bond the two have in real life is amazing, and the fact that their characters are equally bonded that way makes it that much better. The questions that were asked were great. We learned a little bit more. I got the answers to the things I wanted, one of which was, what was Knott's thought process behind the giving the 1,000 gold to get Gustav out of prison? I didn't think either of the options given were the reason that Knott did it. However, it was good to see that Sam said it's just that I don't give a crap about money. I thought Knott might at some point think, guys, why didn't you throw in, at least offer something like that? But Knott's just not that kind of person, creature, character. Knott doesn't really care. Knott is thinking, as long as I have enough money saved up where I have things I might need in the future and I could give money to Caleb to buy paper and ink, but Caleb just bought hundreds of dollars worth of paper and ink. So I'm thinking Knott's assuming I'm not going to need this money. And it's one of those things like, this person needs it, I don't need it. It's just good timing, I guess. Had nothing to do with Gustav, had nothing to do with Molly, had nothing to do with trying to have the team see her in a greater light. Because I thought that too. Maybe Knott was thinking, if I do this, the team will view me as a team player. But that's not Knott. Knott wouldn't think like that. Knott is so off the handle, like all over the place. That's not really how it would go. So I'm happy to see Sam confirmed it. That isn't going to be a thing. It isn't going to come up. Even though I think the team as a whole, and this is the last time I'm going to speak about it because I know I said it like 3,000 times, but I think the team, if they had the money, which I believe Ford did, I know Ford has tons saved up. Ford has made it a point to say he has ridiculous amounts of money and he very rarely spends it. So Ford, even if he disagreed with it, sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do for the team. And I feel like Ford, having just gotten saved by us, like, mind you, we just saved his life. We all saved his life. Knott was part of that crew. I feel like he should have thrown money in just to show team spirit, camaraderie, something like that. I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way when everyone just watched Knott throw 1,000 gold. Whether Knott cares or not, it's not the point. I feel like they should be like, yo, that's not fair. I don't know, something about it. And I feel like that's why the question was specifically asked about Ford. The question that was asked during Talks Machina wasn't, how do you feel about all the other people? It was specifically, how do you feel about Ford not chipping in? Because Bo orchestrated it, and Bo saved them a ton of money. So I'm cool with Bo. And Liam just spent all his money. Caleb spent all his money. I don't think Caleb even has 100 gold. So even if Caleb was like, yo, I'll give you the rest of what I have, it's not enough or a lot. And Caleb spent most of it. Now, that's not really an excuse, but I get it. Jester offered money, and then we never took it. And then the rest was Knott and Cad. So I feel like Ford was the cheapest looking in that whole group. And that's probably why the question was asked. And I feel like Ford being the richest guy right now, probably of the team, because Knott maybe was. I feel like Ford might even have had more than Knott before the Gustav move. But I don't know. I just feel like it looks bad that Ford's now sitting pretty on mounds of gold and hasn't really helped, especially when we just did what we did to save his life. I don't know, something rubs me the wrong way, but maybe it's something to do with Ford's character. We're going to the Menagerie Coast. We're going to learn more about him. I'm not hating Ford or anything. I just feel like it rubs me the wrong way. But if Not doesn't care, then I shouldn't care. I just feel like Ford should care how he is viewed by the outside. And if it's just me, then I'm crazy. But I feel like others should be like, yo, dude, you got like thousands of gold and you don't really do much in the way of helping us. And you got way too many secrets and stuff. I'm thinking too much about it, though. I'm jumping in to episode 33. I'm going to jump in right now, part 1, then the Patreon hour, and then part 2, and then we'll do the live stream like usual. But part 1, I'm going to start at least right now. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel. Seasons edit, what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest. These info, all these episodes, our Patreon exclusive, like I said, dozens of other things. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.